welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another what I eat in a day vlog. I am still in my pajamas. I need to go do something with myself and get dressed. But I just got up like around 9:30 and now it is just a little over 10 o'clock. It's 10:08 and I have my first cup of coffee because when I first get up I drink water and all that good stuff. But in my coffee I just have 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys because when I was a newbie just starting out, I would have loved to have this information because for the longest time I just used the off-brand heavy whipping creams. And I'm not saying that it's bad, that you shouldn't use this. I mean, you do you, everybody does their own way. You know, I'm not knocking anybody who does use this, but I switched over to the Horizon Organic heavy whipping cream. Just for the fact that the ingredients are just a lot cleaner. If you see, there's only a couple of ingredients in this one versus this one here. There is a lot more ingredients. And then that ingredient right there, the carrageenan, is the one that is really iffy. That's a really iffy ingredient, and I guess it could really even like slow your weight loss. But anyway, I would have loved to know that. And to be honest with you, if you look at the size of these containers, like the organic heavy whipping cream is huge. So if you guys have a Costco, this is only 10 bucks at Costco. This one here is $5, or it's like 4 something at Walmart. So technically, you're getting a better deal with the better ingredients anyway. So I just thought I would throw that out there for you guys. But I'm gonna go enjoy my coffee. I'll probably have another cup of coffee after this one and then go do something with myself. And then I am going to tell you what kind of week I had last week. Most of you guys know I love ice cream. So I'm gonna make my own ice cream. I don't have any here at the house. I'm not gonna go buy any when I know how to make it. So I am gonna be making a coffee chocolate chip or a coffee chip ice cream. You don't like coffee, it's not a big deal. You could make a chocolate chip. You could make a mint chocolate chip. Play around with the flavors. It's delicious. Basically, the only thing you would have to substitute is take out the coffee and add in whatever else you would prefer. You know, if you don't want the coffee, take that out and add peppermint extract. Or if you don't want the coffee, take that out and add, you know, maybe a tablespoon of cocoa powder or whatever. Just change it up, make it your own. You could add strawberries, you could have a strawberry ice cream. Doesn't matter, it's delicious either way. And I'm just gonna make it in this mason jar. This is not the typical type of mason jar you would probably really want to use because you really want like the big mouth mason jars, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. You could still get, you know, like a smaller spoon in there. Make sure it's something that you can get something in there to get the ice cream out. I'm gonna be using 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon. This is the Perfect Keto instant coffee. I'm just using French vanilla. It doesn't really matter what kind you use. If you want to use plain, and it doesn't have to be Perfect Keto, you can use whatever grocery store kind, whatever. Instant coffee, doesn't even matter. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then I'm gonna use a half a teaspoon of MCT oil. So I made a video making this ice cream, but in that video I used 1 teaspoon of MCT oil. It didn't harden up exactly the way that I wanted it, so I did back that down to a half a teaspoon of MCT oil, and now it hardens up and it's so good. But basically the only thing that the MCT oil does is make it to where the ice cream's not hard as a rock, because if you don't put it in there, the ice cream will be hard as a rock. So that is the only reason I use it. If you don't have to use MCT oil, but I do recommend if you don't use MCT oil, I recommend you making sure that you guys eat the ice cream within the same day, because if not, the next day it's gonna be hard as a stinking rock. And then I use 2 tablespoons of powdered erythritol. If you want it sweeter, you can go more. 2 tablespoons is plenty for me. And then this is Chalk Zero Milk Chocolate. This is it right here. This is what I'm using. I bought this on Amazon. The macros for this product is spot on really, really good. But to be honest with you, I don't really care for that chocolate. I don't like the flavor. It almost reminds me of the cheap dollar store chocolate. And I know a lot of you may not agree with me because I know there's a lot of people that love this chocolate. I personally just don't like it. I don't think the flavor's there. I would much rather have my Sam's Choice 90% chocolate or Lindt 95% chocolate. That is just not a chocolate that I care for, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, adding the French vanilla keto instant coffee in there may even give this even more flavor, so we'll see. That's actually just a hair less than a half a teaspoon of the MCT oil. And give it 2 really good, nice tablespoons of that powdered erythritol. Then once you get the chocolate in there, we are just gonna put the lid on there and shake this up. This pretty vigorously for at least a good few minutes. Then when you have shaked it vigorously for several minutes, we are gonna put this in the freezer. After, I would say every couple of hours, go back in there and give it another good shake. Breakfast of Champions, we are having some pancakes. I will post the recipe to these pancakes in the description box below. Y'all want to try these. These are the best pancakes on keto that I have ever made. It's 2:04. I'm gonna eat my first meal of the day. So I intermittent fasted for several hours. This is about norm for me. I usually eat between my first meal of the day between noon and about 3. Like every video, I want to give you guys a rundown of the vitamins that I'm taking. I do take a vitamin D. This is in 1000 IU. I take the turmeric for gut health. This is something that my husband got me on because it really helped him a lot. And I have noticed a difference. I take the Equip grass-fed beef liver. I take 6 of these. I take 3 of the Equip joint support because my knees are terrible. I take 2 of the Equip immune boosters. And then I do take a Perfect Keto Krill. And then I do want to give you guys a deal alert. It's on the Equip. It's actually on this Equip immune booster. When you buy any of the Equip products, whether it be a supplement, whether it be a protein powder, which their protein powders have the cleanest ingredients that I've ever seen. They sell pre-workouts, they sell collagen, they sell so many things. Just go check out their website. But whatever you want to purchase through Equip, just make sure you do add this immune booster to your cart. It's not going to register that you want one of these. It will fall off at the register though, so just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, first meal of the day is one of those beautiful pancakes that you saw on the griddle. I did put a couple tablespoons of whipped topping. That is some sugar-free syrup, and then 3 pieces of bacon that I just cooked up in the air fryer. So if you guys are wondering, this is the sugar-free syrup that I like to use. It is great value, so it's just Walmart's brand, but their macros are really good. So there's 5 carbs, but there's 5 sugar alcohols. So basically there's 0 net carbs. The ingredients probably could be a little cleaner. If you're looking for a really clean syrup, you could go with Lakanto's syrup, but I don't know, this is what I use. I like the price and I don't think it's that bad. So this is what I'm going to go enjoy. And then I did put a little bit of butter, Kerrygold butter on my pancake as well. But this is delicious, y'all. Like every single vlog, you guys know I'm going to enjoy my apple cider vinegar concoction every single day. This stuff is so good. It is linked in the description box below. Don't knock it till you try it. I have had so many compliments on this recipe. This is the only thing different that I add to this drink right here, and it is the Key Nutrients Electrolytes, the raspberry flavor. This stuff is so good. So you add the raspberry flavor with the lemonade. It's like a raspberry lemonade spicy drink. If you don't like spicy, you can leave out some of those spices, but it is so good. Don't forget, drink it out of a straw so the apple cider vinegar does not touch your teeth. That's a very important step. Dinner tonight is going to be zucchini hamburger enchilada. It's kind of like a Mexican skillet dish. You guys will see this in my meal prep video, and you could add whatever you want to this. You could add cheese to this, you could add sour cream. I may do that actually, but it is delicious. Definitely don't miss that meal prep video. I have had tons of compliments on this recipe. Now I'm just gonna end the night with that coffee chocolate chip ice cream that I made. It is so good. Definitely give that recipe a try. It is nice and creamy. It's not hard. It is delicious. And it is much cheaper than buying at the grocery store. I'm gonna go enjoy this. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that what I eat in a day video. Y'all really need to try that ice cream. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the week that I had last week. Last week was not a good week. I always try to keep it 100% real on my channel. I always try to be honest with you guys, and sometimes I fail. No matter how hard I try not to fail, I just fall flat on my face sometimes. I could sit on here and I could lie to you, but my channel is not a channel that I come on here and pretend like I know everything about everything. It's not a channel that I pretend like I'm perfect. I'm not a channel that I'm gonna pretend like I never fall or I never fail, because that would be the biggest lie of all. If you're looking for a channel that's 100% real, that has food struggles, I have an eating disorder. I have an eating disorder. You, like I said before, you're not only 4'11" and 204 pounds and not have an eating disorder. It just is what it is. And I am 44 years old, so I don't see that going away anytime soon. An eating disorder, I really feel like, is something that if you've ever had one, or if you've ever experienced it, it honestly really just never goes away. I mean, you have times where you're completely under control and you can control it. And then you have other times, like last week, you know, I was out of flipping control. I was binge eating. I was just eating all the things. I was eating way too much. Like I said, I work 12-hour shifts. I don't get home till 10 o'clock at night. I would come home at 10 o'clock at night and I would be like raiding the fridge. I'd be like, okay, well, I just had a perfect keto bar. What can I eat next? You know, and it just, I hate it when I do that. I hate it when I do that, you know, but that's the experiences that I experience. And this is my journey that I'm sharing with you guys. And I really feel like if I didn't share the ups and the downs, I wouldn't really be sharing my journey with you, because it wouldn't be my journey. It would be my fake journey. And I don't want to share you a fake journey. I want to share you my real journey. This is my real feelings. This is my real experiences. This is what I do. This is what I struggle with. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, I never binge, I never cheat, I never fall off the wagon. And it's like, that's amazing for you, but that's not reality for most of us. If you're 100% in control of your food 100% of the time, I applaud you. You are honestly like the exception, because I would say more of us than not struggle. More of us have some kind of eating disorder, especially if you started the ketogenic journey because you were big and you needed to lose weight. So my biggest struggle and my biggest trigger is stress. And I really feel like I've been a little bit more stressed out than normal. I think the biggest thing that's really bothering me is in 2 weeks, we were supposed to take a 2-week vacation, and we were supposed to go back to Missouri because my grandma turns 90. And you're probably thinking, Misty, how many grandparents do you have turning 90? Yes, I am very blessed. So my dad's mom turned 93 years ago. My mom's dad turned 92 years ago. And then my mom's mom turns 90 this year. And it's kind of funny because all their birthdays are within a couple months of each other, and they're all in the summer. So every single summer I've been going back, and I've been going back to their 90th birthday. Well, in 2 weeks, we were supposed to go back to my grandma's 90th birthday, and I can't go. because of everything that's going on, which honestly is extremely upsetting to me, to be honest with you, because I mean, all of my grandparents are in their 90s now, and you know, when they're getting up there in age like that, you don't know how much longer they have. My grandpa has cancer, and he quit his chemo because he's tired, and honestly he's just sick of it, which he's much happier not on the chemo. So I mean, at that age, I'm like, you know, you do what you got to do. He's 92 now. But it's just kind of depressing, because I knew I was supposed to go back, and I knew I was supposed to get to see my family, and now I can't. If I flew back there, Missouri is one of the states that if I flew back there from Arizona, I'm gonna get put in quarantine for a couple of weeks. Well, that's my entire vacation, so obviously I'm not going to do that, so I can't go back. And it's not just me, you know, it's my mom, my aunt is here, her kids are here, my brother and his wife are here. We were all gonna go back, and now we can't. So to me, that's a big stress. So I think just everything kind of contributed to me having, like, not every day last week was a rough day, but I did have my days. And I did weigh myself, and I only gained a couple of pounds back, so I'm very thankful for that, because, you know, that damage probably could have been much worse than that. But this week, I'm doing much better. I feel much better. I snapped myself out of the whole Misty, stop feeling sorry for yourself kind of thing, you know? You gotta remember, it's just things that are completely out of your control, and you gotta let it go. You gotta remember that, like I said, a lot of us fall, and a lot of those falls are like a learning lesson. How are you going to enjoy the highs in your life if you really don't know any lows? I mean, I don't know. That's how I look at it anyway. So even if you had a struggle week last week, or even just a struggle day, or if it's been a struggle month or a struggle year, doesn't matter. You know what? Keep our heads up, keep moving forward, stop trying to control the things that we can't control, and most importantly, stop beating ourselves up when we do have a stumble. So I hope you guys are having a fabulous week. Let's all just keep our chins up and stop trying to control the things that we can't control. Let's let it all go. I am going to be praying for you, your family, and your country. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.
On my own, but I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I'm on the back when you're around. I won't think twice when